One of the major keys to becoming an efficient, effective, and a successful basketball player is the footwork. And that's exactly what we'll be talking about today. We'll be talking about the reverse pivot with a few options out of it. My name is Patrick Aniszewski. This is Coach P's Tip of the Week, brought to you by 3-1 Sportscast. Reverse pivot is when you swivel, when you pivot on one of your feet, on your pivot foot, back over the opposite shoulder of the foot that you're pivoting on, right? So if I'm pivoting on my left foot, I want to pivot back over my right shoulder, right? That's a reverse pivot. If I was to pivot forward, that's a front pivot, okay? Reverse pivot is back, front pivot is forward, right? And that's our topic today, okay? All I'm going to do to start with, to teach myself or teach you how to reverse pivot, so I'm going to toss the ball to myself. I'm going to go into a jump stop first, okay? So I'm gonna toss it in. I'm gonna go into a jump stop. Let's just do it a couple of times, just to make sure you know how to do it. Jump stop, you land on both feet at the same time, right? One more time. Jump stop, land on both feet at the same time, okay? And so now, if you know how to jump stop, then we can move on to learn how to reverse pivot, okay? So I'm going to toss the ball to myself. I'm going to jump stop into it. I'm going to pivot on my right foot, back over my left shoulder, 180 degrees into a shooting position, okay? So I'm going boom, pivot into my triple threat stance, right? Into my triple threat stance. I pivoted just a little extra. My goal is to pivot 180. I go here, 180, perfect. Triple threat stance, okay? So I'm gonna again toss it in, jump stop, pivot on the right foot, 180 into your triple threat stance, okay? So if we do it on the right side, we gotta do it on the left. So I'm going to toss it into myself, I'm going to jump stop, pivot on my left foot, back over my right shoulder. Jump stop, pivot, jump stop, pivot, and now here, my left foot, jump stop, pivot, ready to shoot. Now last one, jump stop, pivot, ready to shoot, okay? And the shot is going to be our very first option. I'm going to toss the ball to the left elbow, okay? I'm going to jump stop into it. I'm going to pivot on my left foot into the shooting position, my triple threat stance, where my first option will be to take a shot, okay? So let's get a few shots in. I don't want you to rush your shot, okay? Or I don't want you to rush your reverse pivot. I land, I pivot, I shoot, okay? Each action, each move I'm doing, each action I'm taking, I want to take it independently from the other one. So it's a toss, it's a catch, it's a land, it's a pivot, it's a shot, okay? 5 independent actions. If I do it on this side, I gotta do it on that side. On the left elbow, I was pivoting on my left foot. On the right elbow now, just for the sake of this drill, I'm gonna pivot on my right. I toss it in, pivot on my right, into a shot. And again, toss it in, catch, land, pivot, land, extend, follow through. As you get more comfortable, we can add some speed to it, okay? So this is our first option, this is our first drill. Okay, toss the ball to yourself, pivot on either foot. You have to be able to pivot on either foot, right and left. So even if you're going from that same elbow, right? Each time you can alternate, one time pivot on the right, one time pivot on the left, but you have to be capable of being able to pivot on either foot. Our first drill, catch and shoot out of the reverse pivot. Our second drill, I'm going to pivot on my left foot. I'm going to open up into a jab. I'm going to go for a one dribble pull up to the middle. Go boom, jab, one dribble middle. Okay, so it's a reverse pivot into a jab now. Into a one dribble pull. Let me go one more time. Pivot on the left foot. Jab and shoot. Oops. Put your missed shots back in. Go now pivot on my right foot on the outer side. Left foot jab, shimmy your body, shift your body to the left. One dribble pull up, taking one dribble, 2 steps. Land with the 1-2 stop. If you've been following these videos for the past couple of years, you should already know all the basic footworks we're talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you better find out, because those are the very fundamentals of basketball. That's our second option, right? Reverse pivot, jab, 1 dribble pull up. Our third option now, we're going to reverse pivot, jab out towards the sideline like what I just did, into a running hook, okay? So that's our third option right here. High angle, running hook. And now one more, jab, into a running hook. If I do it on one side, gotta do it on the opposite. Pivot on your left foot, right foot jab, running hook, high angle. Gotta make your finishes. Gonna make this one though. High angle finish. Whoops, I did not. Let me make it though. Hey. 3 in a row missed. Unacceptable. I blame it on the fatigue. That's our third option, right? The first one was catch and shoot. Second one, 1 dribble pull up to the middle. Excuse me. A third one, running hook, also to the middle. Now I'm going to go with open step options, right? So the last 3 were the cross step options. Now we're gonna go with the open step options, right? I'm gonna toss it in. Still going to pivot on my left foot. Going to go into the open step, which is when you take your first step with the foot on the ball side, or you take your dribble with the same hand as the foot you're taking your first step with. So I'm going right. That's crucial. You gotta time your right. Then I'm taking 2 steps into a shot. Right, 2 steps into a shot. Okay? 2 steps into a shot. If the angle allows you, try to shoot off the glass. Right, go off the glass. So now I'm gonna go on the opposite side, pivot on my right foot, take my first step with the left foot, dribble with my left hand into a right left, into a shot. Let me go, real quick, just a couple options. Left, can't seem to be making shots on the left side. Jump stop, pivot, left, right, left shot. Shoot it a little higher. Left, shot. Gotta make one more. Not for you anymore, just for my pride. Left, right hand shot. So we got 4 basic options out of the reverse pivot from the elbows. This is Patryk Janiszewski, Coach Piece. Tip of the week brought to you by 3-1 Sportscast. We'll see you next time.